What is up, you all? Today we got some huge VR news in regards to just confirming two brand new Meta headsets. Now, if you like VR content, hit us up with a thumbs up, subscribe, and just keep up with everything. We have gameplay, reviews, in-depth analysis, tutorials, and more. So much, man. You definitely want to hang out with us. Let's check this out real quick on what. So reports suggest that Meta canceled a 2024 Quest. So that's not the actual story. The actual story we really want to cover up on is the fact that I got a bunch of ads up here. Is the fact that there was actually two confirmed. Now, one is for sure. So let's talk right into it. So it talks about it right here that Meta canceled hardware codename Cardiff. It talks about that being right here in this information that there are two Quest headsets that are coming out in 2023. Quest 3 is definitely coming out, hopefully later this year, as we cannot wait for that, as possibly Quest 3 can possibly maybe even release when Roblox releases. If those two release at the same time, that's going to be a huge sales exposition for them to be able to take that VR standalone version at least to the next level. That Quest 2 and the first two high-end headsets, the first being Quest Pro, released in October. The two mainline headsets were said to be codenamed Stinson and Cardiff and set to release in 2023 and 2024. So Stinson is almost certainly Quest 3, as Meta has effectively confirmed it's launching this year. And then so Cardiff, we're trying to figure out what that actually was. Although they did cancel it in 2024, they might just rename it, they may just shake it up a bit, but for sure it's a confirmed Meta headset. So now the first question is it Quest 4? So it says Qualcomm seems to update the XR2 chipset after 3 years, but the VR market will probably need to get a much bigger to accelerate this cycle. Quest 3 is set to release right after Quest 2 3 years later, and the XR2 generation, but it's possible Cardiff could have been moved to a yearly release cycle with minor improvements. It seems unlikely though. So Quest 4, they're saying they won't do like a back-to-back year, so maybe a Quest Lite. So let's see if a Quest Lite would be possible. It says Cardiff could have been a lower cost option aimed at bringing VR to many more people than in even Quest 2 and Quest 3, which is pretty fresh, because for me, I push Quest so much due to their standalone capabilities and them just being so dominant. Now, one thing that Quest can't do is that the same thing of what like Call of Duty does, right? Call of Duty is like so dominant that they kind of just, I don't know, they really, I wouldn't say they let their ego kind of take charge, but they definitely don't put as much in depth at work into their content as much as they used to, because they just know they're dominating off a brand alone. So Quest 2 is very much dominating, but they're updating, they're going, they're growing, they're still hungry and trying to really change this VR space of making it accessible and easy. And I pretty much vouch for that on this channel all day, because as somebody who's done PC VR and has been around the PSVR, when I check out Quest 2, I'm like, man, I still love it, because when there's a long day of work, like me, I work, own a business, like, man, that's the most important thing. So a Quest Lite would actually be dope. That's kind of like thinking of like a Switch and a Switch Lite, where Quest 2 is still affordable, but like even far more affordable would be a Quest Lite. Now that would be exceptional. That'd be just phenomenal in many ways. So it says, what would Meta cut or reduce? A weaker processor would limit the application it could run, while lower resolution display wouldn't save much on cost. Savings could be achieved by removing mixed reality sensors, but this wouldn't match Meta's long-term strategy and limit the user base for mixed reality content. So for me, I think a lot of the extra I don't know, there's a lot of, I don't know how much like actual extracurriculars they do have, but a Quest Lite would be a good idea. But all in all, they're a business, so you know, we definitely don't want to be cutting costs on that, especially if you're trying to profit. And then last but not least, they have a Quest 3 Plus. So you think there might be two versions, kind of like how the Pico 4 and the Pico 4 Pro does it. So the price and feature gulf between the $400 Quest 2 and the $1,500 Quest Pro. Facts. Quest 3 is set to go for color pass-through mixed reality, basically having a Quest Pro feature, but it wouldn't have IR face tracking. So it's most the possibility that with their thinking right here in the article is that Cardiff could have been somewhat between a Quest 3 and a Quest Pro 2, offering features like eye tracking while priced lower than next generation high-end device, which I've always said in general. So out of all four, Quest 4, a Quest Lite, or a Quest 3 Plus, Cardiff, I would still go possibly somewhere in between that. If anything, I feel that they would launch a Quest 4 instead, or somewhat just, or maybe rebrand it all and just call it Quest all over again. I don't know, depending on what they're trying to do, because anything that could be affordable with some type of high-end features in the Quest Pro probably has gone a little bit exaggerate as far as just adding too much features for like just completely blocking out mainstream, being a complete flop. And if they could bring it down into an affordability like Quest 2, but have it in a Quest 3 aspect essential, or even in between that would be the sweet spot, because it's affordable and it produces high quality content, and you can actually take it to that next generation of virtual reality. And of course, staying alone from PC VR, and even what PSVR 2 does as an exclusive platform, anything where it could stay universal, general, straight to the point, and help out users really understand it as quick as possible, then Quest is going to continue to win on that. I'm thinking maybe a Quest 3, Quest Pro, but it is showing that it's not going to be back-to-back years. So if it's not going to be back-to-back years, most likely I'm thinking a Quest 4. But they are saying a Quest Lite, a Quest 3 Plus, a Quest Pro 2, or a Quest 4. Y'all got to let me know in the comment section below, what is the second Meta headset that is going to come out? They have all those choices: Quest 4, Quest Lite, Quest 3 Plus, or Quest Pro 2. Y'all let me know, because Quest 3 is definitely coming out, and it's coming out as codename Stinson, and it's coming out later this year. So y'all gotta let me know y'all rocking with that too, man. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all have a good one, and as always, peace.